again, this is the Craps Coach and welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining in today. Before I get started, as always, if you enjoy the content, do not forget to click on like. Make sure you subscribe. You will know when we put out our new content. And if you've got anything to say, go ahead and leave a comment. I will do my best to get to them and answer. All right, but before, shameless plug, new dice. I actually love these dice, manufactured from TCH Huxley, John Huxley. They're available on my website. I've got the logo on the deuce. I've got green, red, dark blue, pink, and saffron. So go ahead, check that out. All right, strategy video today. This is gonna be called the 6, 7, and 8. Why? Because we are going to be playing the 6, the 7, and the 8. Why? Oh, just those numbers here. So if you look at this chart, I should put a big one up on the screen. The 6, the 7, and the 8, they have the greatest frequency when you think about the different combinations there are. There are 5 ways to make a 6, there are 5 ways to make an 8, and there are 6 ways to make a 7. So the premise of this strategy is that you are playing the numbers that have the greatest frequency of showing up, hence giving you the best opportunity to make money. Now, you are kind of hedging because you're playing the 7. You will play the 7 via the don't pass bet, and then you are making place bets on the 6 and the 8. So I will talk about different levels as far as what to bet on the 6 and 8 and how you can scale it up and what we're trying to accomplish here. So we got a little bit of dark side, playing the don'ts, and then we got a little bit of playing with the shooter, obviously trying to make this 6 or the 8. So one thing I will say about the 6 and the 8, they have to be in units 6. So that's going to factor into how you bet. Now, when you bet the don't pass, for example, the come out roll is the toughest roll to get by. Once you get past the come out roll, you are actually favored to win. Remember, on the don't pass, 7 or 11, you lose. 2 and 3, this you'll win, and a 12, bar the 12, this essentially means a push. Now, what to bet? So remember, the don't pass pays 1-to-1. So if when you have this set up, you are at 1 unit on the 6 and the 8, then you should have, the idea is that you will have as much on the don't to cover that. So if this is the level you're going to play 1 unit on the 6 and 8, then you need at least 12, because when the 7 shows up, you lose. You will lose your place bets, but you will win your don't pass, and this kind of hedges that or offsets it. So as a minimum, you need to have as much down as you're risking on the 6 and the 8. Now I say that because we know you can now play on craps bubble machines, so you can get away with playing in units of $1 or $6 on the 6 and the 8 on the electronic or bubble machines. Most casinos with live tables, you're going to be at least $10, so this would have to be at least 12. So if, for example, live table, and I'll simulate at a minimum here, that this is a $10 table or so, I have 12 and 12 or 24, so I would need at least, we could do at least 1 green as far as your pass to kind of offset that there. It's really up to you what you want this to be, but at a minimum, I need at least 24. I could go more, but there's no point. Some of the videos out there will talk about putting this up at 3 units, 18. That's 36, and so then you would just basically have at least 40 down on this. So if a 7 comes, you made a profit of 4. So I'm going to start out with we'll say a $10 table. So I'm gonna have at least 12 on the 6 and the 8. I'm gonna run through this as far and just kind of see how it plays out on that here. So, all right. Again, this is my bankroll. This represents 200, 300, 320, which is probably a fairly decent bankroll to play the 6, 7, and 8. Again, when we play the don't pass, we do not hedge. We just kind of let it play out, let that go. So let's kind of go through this. I'm going to keep track, as I usually do, of the number of, we'll say, just the points, the number of points made and points not made, to get an idea of, is the table hot or is the table cold as far as that goes. So, all right, keep it in mind, I'm going to start out with, regression. One of the things that you can do that is good if you start out at a higher level, for example, if you're starting out at 18, if you take a hit, you can always regress back down. If you're at a $10 table and you've got 12 on there, there's no way to regress down. So I'm going to do this with the ability to regress. So I'm going to go 18, 18 for 36, and I'll probably just start out with 36 on the don't pass to kind of see what that's going to do, because the idea is I'm trying to get a couple hits here before I lose it, and then at least this will offset what I made, but hopefully a couple hits and I made some profits. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so I'm going to have 18 on each. So as far as my don't pass, I'm going to have 36 down on that. So 25, 30, 35, 36. All right, so again, this roll coming out, this is the hardest roll to get by. And if we get by this, the don't pass, we're kind of favored to win. So, all right. Let's see. All right, let's go. Starting now, coming out. All right, 6. Point is 6. Even though the point is 6, you still make your place bets, because if the shooter makes the point, you're going to win here and then lose there as far as that. All right. All right, here we go. Point is 6. We'll see how this goes. 12 craps. 6. Winner. 18 pays 21. We lose here. So we have to start back over with 36, but now the point is off and these are off also. All right. Okay. Coming out. Oh, I got a mark. That's 1 point made on this shooter. So same shooter. All right. 9. Point is 9. Oh, and the theory says you never take odds on this also. So point is 9. 6, so it pays 21. Point is 9. Go 11. 4. 2 craps. 8, and it pays 21. So I've made 2 points. I could regress down because I have the ability to regress down. I have 3 units. I could only regress down to 2 units to 12. I'm just going to go ahead and keep it up at this. 4. 9. Point is 9. The shooter made the point. I will mark that. The shooter made 2 points. We lose the don't pass, And now we're coming out again, so you have to reestablish your don't pass bet. So we're coming out. 7, yep, came at not the opportune time. Everybody that plays the front line wins, but you do not. That's what kills you. Again, 7 on the come out. Once you get past that, you're favored to win, although the shooter has made 2 points. All right, right back on to the 6. Keep it there. So now we just let this play out. 5, 10, 4, 8, pays 21, 6, in this case, your place bet pays 21, although you do lose your don't pass bet. So this shooter has now made 3 points. So we're coming out again. All right, so 3 decisions so far. Same shooter. All right, coming out. 10, got past the come out roll for the don't pass, so now we're favored to win that one. 7, so we lose these, but we win this even money, and we're going to, that's the point not made, and we're going to go through this here. So I've got 4 decisions under this session. So let's kind of keep going here, get at least 6 or so sessions, and then we'll stop and we'll tally up where we're at with did we make any money or did we not make any money. All right, so coming out, 8, point is 8. So we're gonna establish 18 on the 6 and the 8. And 36 on the don't pass. All right, point is 8 for this shooter. This is the second shooter in this session. 5. 7. So this is kind of like your classic here. Couple rolls. This all goes away. But we win or don't pass. And then as far as marking, that's 3 positive decisions, 2 points not made. Puck is off, we're coming out. So for 3rd shooter in this session, come out roll, toughest roll to get past on your don't pass. All right, coming out. 5, we got by it. Now we're going to establish basically 36. If I take 36 and then I will just set up 18 and 18. All right, point is 5. 7, 0.7 out, the worst possible for the shooter. That is all lost, but that, so basically for you as the player, that was a wash. It's 3 decisions, 3 points made, 3 points not made. Okay. We're going to go through maybe 1 or 2 more times and kind of see, now let's see how the table's going, if it's become cold. All right, so point coming out, 9. Point is 9. And I'm going to take the 36 and establish my place bets on the 6 and the 8. All right, point is 9. 5. 9. Point is made. So this goes as a loss. Now you have to reestablish your don't pass. That is 4 decisions for 3 decisions, points not made. All right, so coming out, hardest roll for the don't pass to get by. 5. Okay. 8 pays 21. 4. 10. 6, hard 6. 21. 7. This loses, but we get back 36. Okay, and that's 3 points, 4 points not made. So as far as the table and the shooters, 4 points made, 4 points not made. I think this will be a good time to stop and kind of evaluate where we're at. Have we made any profit on this? All right, so remember I started with 320 on here. We'll see how this goes. So it was 200 here. All right, so there's my 200. There's my 300. Let me get some white for this. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Just making change just to make it easier for me. All right. So now this is all profit over here. So 25, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 67. So $67 in this very short roll. And again, I would say the table was pretty much even. 4 points made, 4 points not made. And there as far as that goes. So again, I was basically doing 18 here, so 3 units on each. I was just doing 36 to cover it. You could do more if you just like playing, you know, with in even amounts. But again, since the don't pass pays 1-to-1, you can make it whatever you want. You don't have to necessarily go to 40 to make a little profit when the 7 comes or so. Yeah, that's kind of up to you. Again, a great strategy to play at a bubble machine because the amount you can get away with, the stakes will be a lot lower. I played one the other day. It was basically $3, so you can get away with $3. You could do $3 here because again, the bubble machines will actually pay you out in the correct amount because they do make change, whereas the casino table, you need at least a units of 6 here. So, all right, so that is the 6, 7, and 8. So again, something for your consideration, a strategy out there to play. All right, as always, thanks for joining in today. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. You'll get alerted to more content. I'm finally kind of getting back into this. as far as being able to put out regular content. Check out my website, thecrapscoach.com. Got dice, great casino grade dice for you. If you got something to say, make sure you leave a comment. And as always, thanks for watching.